G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
I'm the cue ball.
I'm Scott.
And today we're going Australian.
An oath.
On ya! So, Limeburners Distillery. This has a very little special piece of my heart, this place, because I used to live there. I was born there in Albany, and this is where this is from.
I was just going to say, you were born in a distillery, you lucky
I wish I
bastard.
was. As soon as I left Albany and moved up north, and then as soon as I left, they built this distillery. and
That's a bad luck.
Yeah, I was so disappointed. So back in 2004, they decided to start distilling, and they were the first place in WA to legally distill whiskey.
Oh, very interesting. Weren't they also the first town in WA?
They were the first town in WA as well.
Yeah.
So,
And for the real history buffs, it was the point of departure for a lot of the Australian battalions that went to Gallipoli and other places in World War One.
yeah,
I
so
didn't
World
know
War
that.
One, that was the last place that
Yeah.
they left. The main contingent that went to Gallipoli left in 1914 from Albany in November.
There we go.
Yep. So, and when you go there, you can see all the places where they had the pictures of the ships, etc., etc.
And that whaling museum is actually
Absolutely brilliant.
epic.
Absolutely
So
brilliant.
there you go, Albany Tourism Department.
Yep.
Send us a check.
So around Fentrons Bay is where this distillery is, and they actually get their own peat in the local region. They also doing the whole process. They get their grain and everything in that local area. So it's pure WA, South WA distilled and produced product.
Nice work, lads.
Yep, absolutely awesome. And so these guys actually do a whole pile of different ranges, and as we said, they actually started distilling in 2004, and ever since they started, they're winning multiple awards. So they're producing some great stuff. I've got a couple of these, so we got this one today, which is the Limeburners American Oak, and it's a single cask release. And as you were saying before, they actually do.
All of theirs are single casks. So, you know, for argument's sake, if this was a 2014 release, their 2019 release is going to be slightly different because obviously they're changing barrels out here and there, and they do put a lot of attention to detail into what they do. So every single bottling is a small batch, and they do some beautifully different stuff. And I haven't yet to try this one. This is their American Oak, which is actually their base product, much like with the Glenmorangie.
with the Glenmorangie, yeah.
You know, they use their base model 10 and then they do secondary maturations. This American Oak is what they do use as their base, and then they do additional maturation in sherry or port. Or
Yeah.
that's a port barrel you've got down there, I
Yeah,
believe.
so we've got a port one right here, and this one is a limited edition. So this one was bottle number 212.1 of 213, and it is a barrel number M308. So there you go.
The attention's in the
got a bit of booze in
details.
And it's 61% ABV. Now these are little bottles, so these are 350 ml. So I got these directly from Limeburners Distillery when I went back home, and it's a great distillery. They give you tours. They've got a beautiful tasting room in there, and you can taste all the different stuff that they do. And these guys actually do other stuff. So Limeburners is a part of the Southern Distilling Company, and they actually have Limeburners, Ginversity, and they also have Tiger Snake whiskey, which is American style. So whiskey with an E. And they're all winning awards. But yeah, absolutely great place to visit.
So there we go. So that's the basis of it. It's all small batch. Non-chill filtered. Not sure about the colouring, but judging by the paleness of this, I'm going to lean towards no.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might not be, if any, colouring in there. It's very pale, so I doubt that there's any colouring. There could be for consistency, but yeah, I
Well,
think
there might be in some of the other batches, but this one I doubt it because of the paleness of it. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
take my hat off.
yeah, that's a good idea. Pretty warm in here.
So yeah, and
Oh, look at that! I just chucked
he's
it.
got
and
it on the
winged
edge of the chair.
I just chucked it over and winged it. Nice.
Wingy bastard.
So this is a nice looking little bottle. I mean, this isn't their normal 700ml. These are the 350s. But when I've been to the distillery and looked at the normal 700mls, they're exactly the same. They're just not little minis. But I do like this.
It's a very classy and stylish label. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
You know, you've got the... And with their different expressions, they use some slight different colouring and things. But, you know, small batch, hand distilled, non-chill filtered.
Win-win.
Yes,
Win-win.
definitely a
And,
win-win.
yeah, as we were saying before, I think because of the paleness of this one, I seriously doubt there's any colouring in it. We might have to do a bit more reading before we do our next one as to whether they do use any colouring on their other expressions or not. And, of course, Medal Award sticker.
Yep. Lots of awards. Shall we have a sniff?
Let's get into it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's very nice.
All right, so was it 43%? So
43%,
that
yeah.
slight additional hint.
Are
of
you guys
alcohol
getting
there.
caramel? Like caramel lollies?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
oak and caramel I'm getting.
Yeah.
And there's
I think caramel's quite heavy too.
Oh, I did do a good pour there. Look at that.
Oh yeah, they're quite generous.
Do you have a problem with that?
No.
No.
This is definitely worthy of a good pour.
Oh, I don't think I can hold off much longer.
It's light and it's fresh and
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go in.
Yeah,
All right,
go
ching
in.
ching.
Cheers.
may I just add one last thing on the nose? Is like, I think there's almost a bit of citrus there, like zest.
So rind,
It's almost
zesty.
a rindy, zesty.
I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm definitely with you on that.
But anyway, we've already cheers, so screw you guys. I'm going.
Yeah, yep. Bit of barrel. I'm thinking I'm actually getting a bit of organic peat, like.
Yeah, there is a
Flavour.
little bit on the back of the tongue again.
Again, I'm getting that really, really light, soft, almost citrus.
I got
Something like almost floral as well. You
I
know?
got like a very subtle vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's it. Of course, you know, as we discuss ourselves, and I think we've mentioned it before, it's all about what you yourself taste. I mean, you can use tasting notes as a guide, but don't be embarrassed if you don't recognise what they say on the label.
No, it's very individual experience.
Very
what you get.
personalised.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
right.
what one person might think is honey, another is getting richer. It's all about your palate.
I'm getting a little bit of peat.
Yeah, I'm just a tiny bit of it. Tiny bit of peat, some vanilla.
Definitely getting that vanilla and maybe there's a bit more spice there. It's not just vanilla, and I can't nail it down, but there's a beautiful soft sweetness, and there is that hint of citrus there still, I reckon.
Yeah, there's definitely. Would you go back to the regular pepper, the slight pepper?
It's lingering nicely. It's dwelling on the palate beautifully. I think that's part of the appeal with this one. It's just
It's definitely coming
the
through.
colour is just beautifully
It's great, isn't
pale and light, and it does sort of suggest that freshness that I'm getting. But this is just
It is a very good
fantastically
brand.
drinkable
I definitely got some sweet vanilla just then.
and just it's beautiful. It
is.
really, really is.
On your Albany.
It's very smooth too.
I want to go to Albany now.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, but the beauty of it is they do have widespread distribution. I mean, obviously, if you're
Through Australia, yes.
throughout Australia, they've distributed through major labels like the big guns in Australia, in BWS, Dan Murphy's, places like that, Liquorland, you know. But by the same token, your local independents, a lot of them arranging them, and even if they don't have them, they'll probably get them for you if you ask.
Yeah, and it is getting a.
Or you can just
quite
buy direct from their website.
Yeah, you can go to Limeburners website and get it straight from them. And they are, because they have such a great reputation, they are getting well known. So hopefully the distribution is going to get better and better.
This is about the point where we would normally add a little water and see what it does. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
we forgot all about that. I was too busy enjoying it.
I don't want
Do a
to.
bit of-
I genuinely, I mean, like, obviously there is the curiosity factor.
Yeah, it's 43, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's see what it does. But because it's only 43, it's
2 drops.
2 drops.
2 drops.
I'll do 2 drops too.
2 drops. All right.
And I'll just do me standard.
All right.
He's
You can do your
got,
standard.
He's probably got 2 drops there. So
got 2
basically,
drops.
I'm a, you know, whatever that is in there, and
Whoop.
let's
Yep,
just see
that'll
what
do.
that does. Get it all out.
Well, I'll stick with my straight.
Put some back in there.
Yep,
so
Scotty
Scotty
4.
can do his 4
Yeah.
drops.
Scotty
So-
4. I'm going to let that sit. I'm not going to even touch it.
I'm just
see if I
going
can
to
get
give it a quick and rapid swirl.
I'm going to move it and see if I can get an oil slick. No, the colour's a bit too light. I can't see it. Was.
For me, it hasn't altered the nose.
It's still there. Okay, we'll give it a swirl.
If anything, I'm maybe getting a little bit more of the vanilla and honey.
Oh yeah, I was definitely gonna just pop in with that. Honey is
opens
coming
really-
through
really
really
opens the
strong.
sweetness.
Yeah. Honey, then vanilla.
Oh, and actually getting more of that vanilla on the palate. But sort of as it sits, again, I'm still getting that citrus.
Wow, that's really
zesty.
sweet. That's really sweet.
Yeah,
and-
no, I
and-
think I'm getting that zestiness now.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it as well. It's really sweetened up. That's a whole different.
That is genuinely is a completely different whiskey.
Wow. Aren't you glad we did?
I am actually.
I mean, this is reminiscent of a Lowlands now. Which, if you think about it, if you compared it to Scotland and Australia, where this is, it's a Lowlands. It's way down.
Well, you know, southwest of Western Australia, it's open to those cold Antarctic winds, and
Very
it
cold
does
at
actually
times,
get.
yes.
It's one of the few areas in Western Australia where you will actually get snow.
On Bluff Knoll, yes.
What are you going to give it out of 10, boys?
Well, how much are you going to pay for it first? I want to know how much I'm going to pay for it before I give it a rating.
How much do you reckon you paid for it? I mean, obviously you know because you bought this.
Well, I actually forgot.
You
I
can
bought
make
this
an
a while
estimate.
ago. Yeah.
Are we gonna go on the price of the half bottle or the full size?
Full size.
Full size bottle, so
size.
700ml bottle.
I reckon about 150.
Yeah, I would say 130-ish.
All right, well, that's not bad, fellas, because I actually looked this one up before, and direct from the distillery, you're $140 or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So we're
For
all
a
in the right
700 ml.
ballpark, and,
Which is not bad.
you know, depending on the deals that are around and where you're shopping, between 130 and 150 bucks.
That's not bad.
It's definitely one I'd add to my
And
shelf.
let's face it, just to touch on it again, you know, that kind of dollars for a 700ml multi-award winning spirit.
Yeah. And Aussie.
Australian. Yes, indeed.
So, yeah, how much out of 10? Now that we know the price. And we'll go with the availability in Australia. We can't say for the rest. But yeah.
Non-age statement,
Non-dual
base
filtered.
spirit as such, so like, you know, just the oak, no other additional aging, anything like that. Brilliant. 9.5.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 9.5. I'm a little biased. I love this place because it's
But it's just such an easy drink and dram.
yeah.
I had to fight to not finish that, so yeah, 9.5's a good sit.
Yeah. That's a winner all around, I think, boys.
Absolutely.
So, if you're in Australia, get yourself down to the southwest of WA and get yourself a couple of bottles of Limeburners at the distillery and get a tour and really enjoy yourself.
Look, if you're not in Australia or if you're not anywhere near the Great Southern, hit your local liquor store up, see if they can get their hands on some of this for you, or all else. Jump onto their website, order some, because, you know, order a mixed case.
Yeah.
Of different
they do
expressions.
that. They do mixed case. Yep.
And just enjoy every single drop, because they are just glorious whiskies.
Yep. Totally agree. So, from us, until next time, have a good one.
Shit, Scotty, you actually had some left.
It's rare, right?
That is very rare. Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm done.
Speaking of more,